Here's your daily BM.
Who these guys?
It doesn't matter.
Don't worry, nobody's listening anyway.
I want to play a game.
All right.
And here we go.
Hey, good morning, fuckers. It's another day at the Daily BM with my co-hosts, Mike and Eric C., and our guests, Beth and Grant. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us.
Yes.
Absolutely. So we'll talk real briefly about the Super Bowl, but I just want to say this is sponsored by Spectrum Cable, who sucks. Just going there. Just real quick, and then I'm done. Nobody?
No, I
thought you were going to keep going.
I thought you were too.
I could feel the hostility.
I just wanted to fucking say it. It was over.
Brad, I got to tell you, I tweeted at him right away after the internet went down, and they responded immediately because, of course, nobody wants bad business with their shitty business. But holy shit, no, thank you. We're good. We don't need to give you our account number or anything like that.
Yeah, fuck them.
You've already been here.
With a big rubber dick. Fuck them.
Yep, fuck them.
Providing a service.
Yep, true. Yeah. I wish I had Frontier in this area. Believe me, I'd already be gone. But so you guys checked out the Super Bowl, right? And the awesome halftime show.
Yes,
horrible.
The halftime show was very odd.
What was odd about it?
The visuals were a little odd.
What was odd about it?
Well, I appreciated the talent of all the dancers, and all the suspension had me on edge.
Let me start with a positive.
Way by the choice of costumes or like the symbolism herein. It was kind of all.
You mean the Oompa Loompas?
It was all red and white for me.
I like to call them Brad's people.
Yeah. Fuck
Brad's
you, Mike.
people.
Hey, hey, look, let's see. He was exactly 2 minutes and 8 seconds into this episode where I got to fuck you, Mike, out.
And,
So,
I was just going to say, there we go. How many seconds right now, Brad?
Eric, you're on a thin fucking line. Don't go there.
You're on a
You're
thin
about to
line.
get a good fuck you, Eric. But anyway.
Why am I going to get a good fuck you? It's Monday. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfuckers.
All right. Tell us how you really feel.
Jesus.
I'm sorry.
He's fired up.
I'm a little butthurt that the Eagles lost, but at the same time, it was a great game.
awesome.
Maybe a botch call at the end, and I didn't think
Jesus
Rihanna's
Christ.
halftime show was up to par. The way I think we were spoiled last year with Eminem, Dr. Dre, 50 Cent, Snoop.
You mean $1.25?
Yeah, because he's doubled in weight and size, man, for sure.
Talk about painting a kettle black. Shut up.
Yeah, I'm double the size too.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, God.
I think as we get older, every decade, you got like almost double in size, you know?
Yeah.
I tend to shrink in size every decade now.
Yeah, I was about to
apparently.
say, you shrink anymore, man.
Yeah.
Nobody will be able to see you. We'll be calling you invisible, Eric. You know what I mean?
I'm actually up to 145 now.
Holy crap! You're
Wait,
gaining
what?
weight quickly.
There's no way you're at 145 pounds.
I'll step on the scale in the bathroom in the studio. Guarantee it. I weigh myself every time I come over here.
Wait, so let me get this straight. You go take a shit in my bathroom and then you weigh yourself?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh my God. He takes a 20-minute
wow.
shit and then he weighs himself.
Okay,
Hey, do
you
you
weigh
work
yourself
out too?
before or after the shit?
Yeah.
Always after. Always after.
Oh, okay. I was
'cause
saying in your case, you want to weigh before, so that way you're heavier. In my case, it's always after.
No,
And who's the... Hey,
Always after.
man, I can't believe you're making Grant bark like a dog. Hey, we're just getting started, guys. I mean, it's getting a little weird here already. You know, we were talking about bestiality on the last show a little bit, you know, because
Yeah.
the weirdest sex thing.
I got a lot of shit about saying that necrophilia was mundane.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I meant mundane in the sense that it's very embedded in pop culture, so pretty much
Yeah,
everybody knows what it is.
That just means that he was a dead fuck. No, boom.
We got to learn from the best.
It's so gross.
Listen,
Your mom.
I don't make fun of Eric that way. I mean, he's finally on the show. We don't want him to stop coming. Wait, what?
Which, by the,
You don't want to
way,
stop
What?
coming.
by the way, when the three of
Yes.
you are together, the show is perfect. You guys flow. I love when all three of you are there. Eric.
Thank you.
Yeah, so if you'd show
Which
the
means
fuck
that
up
you
more
and I
often.
suck together, Brad.
So basically,
geez.
I need to
Thanks.
show up.
Thanks, Beth.
Wow. Thanks,
You're
Beth.
So I'm no longer giving you advice about cupping balls and stroking wieners. I mean, Jesus, good
Yeah.
Lord. You're welcome, Grant.
So
Yeah,
we're nothing
we're
without
in,
we're nothing without Eric.
Much love, Grant. Much love.
Is it because of how much? Is it because of how much pain I inflict on Eric during the show? Is that why
You're
you're
brutal.
funny?
You are brutal.
Yeah, since since they're roommates, she's probably like, God, yes,
Did you
I've been
tell him
wanting to
what
say
I
that
called
all
last
week.
night? Did you tell him what I called last night when I called you? What I
no,
said?
no.
Hi, this is the suicide prevention hotline. This is a preemptive call just to check in on you. Brad thought I was a dick for doing it because Brad's like, I'm not calling him. I'm not rubbing salt in the wound. I was like, oh, let me dial the number.
Oh, I'm Mike. I'm
he
going to do it.
Immediately had him on speed dial. I mean, instantaneously.
I've given up on being loved a long time ago, so now I have left his hate.
Same here, but man, your hate is way worse than mine. Holy shit.
Yeah.
He does have a lot of hate for sure.
Some German.
Oh, yeah.
45%. 45%.
Did you, what? Did you just say, Brad?
Huh?
Have you seen Kyle? He's this tall.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, we're looking for Kyle. He's about
So-
4'2".
Eric's going to start out with some questions here, I'm sure. Go, Eric.
I think Beth and Grant should introduce themselves
I do too.
a little bit.
I would like to go that route. Beth, Grant,
Yes.
thank you first and foremost for coming on the show.
Thanks
Love
for
that you're
having
loyal
us.
listeners.
Yeah.
Now let's, get to know you.
Okay. You want to know?
We want to know everything. Just start with the easy part.
Grant, watch your hands. Watch your hands, Grant. We
Oh
see
Jesus!
You. He's already
Oh,
moving.
please don't let it be. Hey, don't let this be an Eric episode where he starts off. Well, on Tuesday when I was 2 years old, I was wearing a red shirt.
Oh gosh. Every
we'll be-
detail has
we'll-
to be told.
Yeah, every
Yeah, we'll be
detail.
here for an hour
I don't
and a
know.
half.
Maybe it wasn't a blue shirt. It could have been. I don't know. Anyways,
Continue.
All
sir.
right, so we are swingers, and we came on the show to share a little bit about that.
Yeah, we're talking about topics like partner trading, wife swapping, jealousy,
oh,
keeping your circle tight.
I got the wrong notes because I got rope swing, wood swing.
Yeah, I did too. I got the same thing. I got anal
Shit.
lubes. Freaking.
Places.
What was it?
Oh
Lube
no!
tubes,
No,
the whole
wait,
nine
well, at least
yards.
you're
Anal
on
lube.
sex. I was thinking children's playgrounds. I bet.
Wait, what?
Oh,
What?
Places-
Necrophiliac and children's playgrounds.
Yeah. Eric
What
said
kind of Monday is
Eric
this?
said, Eric said swings. I thought they were big into swings, like swing sets. Anyways,
Continue.
What kind of show is this?
fucked up. That's what this is.
So, continue, Grant.
Yes. So partner training, grooming. Wait,
I've
what?
got the attention deficit disorder, so I'm still on rope swings.
Same here. I'm ADD all over the place.
No.
Do you come in like a wrecking ball?
where were we? We were talking about how we are swingers.
We were just
Yes.
so I was getting on and on about kind of so like where to go and confidence in dancing with strangers, but at the same time speaking to people about taboo subjects with a cocktail and a big smile on your face in a comfortable environment, which is fun. Like, hey, your wife's hot. Do you want to have sex with my wife?
I am not his wife.
So
she's my girlfriend, and sometimes I got to put it in quotations like just girlfriend because I don't possess her, I don't own her, I don't make decisions for her, I don't think for her.
Thank you.
I'm very privileged. I feel very privileged to be in her company.
Very few men make decisions for their girlfriends regardless. So
Yeah, we like to act like we do, but we really don't.
So I have a question to start this off with. So at what point? Okay, so you get in a relationship together. How and at what point does the conversation come up? Like how do you broach it, and then who broached that first?
He did. He
Okay.
brought it up like I want to say maybe a month into dating, if that. What do you think of a threesome? And it started off with that.
Okay.
And I said, well,
So
go ahead.
quick question. So he started off with, what do you think of a threesome? Now, when you asked that question, Grant, did you phrase it like with another girl or with another guy, or was it just open ended, like
It was
up
open.
to her interpretation? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
I had to make sure, what are you talking about? Because if we're going to do a threesome with a girl, that's awesome. Can we do a threesome with a guy too? Like, what's the boundaries?
Okay, so you were looking like just equality, like quid pro quo.
Yeah.
So equality is big in the swinging world. Like single guys, they're welcome, but they're more or less.
They're less welcome. It's more of a community, so to speak.
They're there for the community. They're not. It's tricky to be a single guy in swing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I can imagine, because then you're the third person in the mix.
Well, even Stevens, fair is square.
Yeah.
Now, what do you guys prefer though? If you were just going to be the three-way, do you want a female, or are you going to go with the devil's three-way? Prefer a guy?
I think it depends on who you ask.
Yeah, exactly.
I like Grant's
that's a
expression. He just fucking just laughs.
I was like, that's a pretty dumb question there, Eric. Pretty dumb question.
No, actually, it's not. I'm telling you, we don't know about these swingers' lifestyles.
I want to hear it.
You know what? I thought I would have said having a guy in the mix, but we've had great experience with females that, to be honest with you, I think I would choose the girl.
Really?
We've had guys.
Yeah.
I think we're all three in a state of shock. We're like, really?
I'm not in a state of shock.
You were the lucky son of a bitch.
I'm actually not in a state of shock.
I went to Duke's in Winter Haven and saw a cute guy and just walked up to him and was like, "Hey, do you have shitty, cheap tattoos that are unfinished?" He's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Well, my girlfriend, she looks like this."
Okay, let's get back to that. I like tattoos. I don't like the unfinished tattoos.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Are you a work in progress?
I like when he finishes all my tattoos.
Oh.
Anyway, it was like something like I thought I could surprise my sweetheart with bringing home a guy who's taller than me, leaner than me, with different colored hair, and just inviting him into the swing lifestyle. Like I made it very clear to him. I'm like, "Hey, I'm using you for sex. I'm not your friend.
Wow.
Over to my house and fuck our worlds up."
Damn.
Yeah, he was like, "Are you curious?"
Yeah, at first he was like, "This has happened to me once before, and are you serious? Like, is this really happening?" I'm like, "Yeah, here's my girlfriend."
And you showed him pictures. I was not
there.
There.
You use the gym every fucking day. You're stuck at home with some toxic relationship with your high school girlfriend who hates you and doesn't respect you. I'm like, come over here and have a nice time with us.
Wow. It's a hell of a
So my question is, did you close the deal?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Grant, the closer.
It took him like a few more visits to get him to come, though.
Like,
wait,
come
what?
over or
Like,
come
over or
come?
come?
Come, Betty, come.
To orgasm, yeah, to get him to a climax was a lot
so
of effort.
he was like lasting
For
forever.
her, I mean,
And I think that's why I so far prefer the women, is because it ended up being more about trying to get him to relax and be comfortable with us. And it's been, 2 or 3 different times that we've done a sexcapade with this guy.
Okay.
So I have a question. So do you guys now you hear about these swinger clubs that you can go to and things like that? Have you guys frequented those places as well?
yes. They're expensive,
So they charge you a fee to be a member, or they charge you daily, like to come in?
You can do either. You can join as a member, and of course it'll be a little cheaper, or you can just go daily or on
So my second question is, what's those kind of rates cost? Like, what would it be like to go in there for like a day?
$100 a head.
So it's $200 for a couple to go in for the day.
Usually, sometimes there's a deal if you have a hot couple, like if you're a hot couple and it's obvious. But like if you're toddling in,
so they judge you right out the gate. Yeah, you're not hot. That's going to be $300 easily.
I actually kind of like that idea.
Look at like
I actually like that idea. I think that's great.
Caliente over in Brandon, Eyes Wide Shut is kind of in the Brandon area. Caliente, exactly.
Damn right, says Eric.
Riverview, I think, is where Caliente is.
Who recommended Eyes Wide Shut?
Eric C.
This fucking guy.
Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman.
Yeah,
it's just
horrible movie.
Yeah.
So
it's just
if you're a single guy, I've heard that you can go in there too, and then but you can't like do hands-on shit. It's only like for viewing and looking, so like a creeper.
Well, I mean, that's exactly how you'll feel if you go into the dungeon side of the bar.
Elaborate. I got to hear this one. Elaborate on this. What is a dungeon side of the bar?
So you've got a Jehovah. Please explain, sweetheart.
I don't know. Okay. So there's two parts to Eyes Wide Shut. There is an actual like clubbing area where it's just a bar, dancing, and it's almost like foreplay. Get yourself ready in there, and then go over to the sex rooms in the dungeons.
Okay.
It's a lot of beds, a lot of fucking everywhere. It was quite the experience. Definitely opened our world.
So
yeah,
what was your first time like?
Between rooms.
Let's
what
go
was
backward.
the first time like?
Yeah, what was your first time like? So what?
Yeah, I wanted to walk through like
a
a chronological order of events. I thought that'd be great instead of bouncing around.
Awesome. Yeah. So Eyes Wide Shut was where we first started.
Okay.
With all of it, we discussed threesomes ahead of time, and then he's like, "Well, what do you think about going to Eyes Wide Shut, this swinger place?" And Eric had mentioned it as well, and I said, "Yeah, Eric mentioned that. Like that sounds great." And so we went there, and it was really intimidating at first, just because you don't know what to expect.
Really awkward, really intimidating.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
Well, you have to walk through a metal detector. You have to take like all your stuff out. They have to go through it. So at that part, I was like, "Oh, okay."
And you're charged a ton of money.
Yeah, and then a lot of money. And but we ended up. They have a pool table area, so we ended up going over there and getting some drinks and playing pool. And this couple was there playing pool next to us, and we ended up chatting with them. And we said, "Well, let's just play together. That's our first start. Let's play pool together."
They were
gotcha.
young.
Yeah, they were younger than us. They were like I don't know. 15 years younger than me.
They had
anyway,
the old bull, now they want the young calf. I get it.
But yeah, so we ended up deciding it was their first time there as well. So we decided to go over and check out the playrooms and the dungeon together. So our first time swinging with this couple, what ended up being just kind of having sex next to each other, and like us girls played with each other a little bit, like we fondled each other's boobs, we kissed each other. I think she sucked on my tit a little. I don't know.
There we go.
It was fun. But it was just getting our feet wet kind of a thing.
Okay. So it was just comfortable with being in the room with another couple to start off with. And same thing for them because they're beginners as well. Okay. Yeah. Now, when you say the dungeon, I'm picturing, because 50 Shades of Grey, I'm picturing like BDSM style
That's
room.
exactly what it
is that exactly what it is?
Yes.
So there's no like stages of like, oh, this is just a regular looking bedroom and then it progresses. It's just you walk in
there's like
bam,
the
like intimidation.
Room. There's the Western room.
Oh, they have themed rooms.
So they're themed rooms.
Themed and shit? Oh, how cool is that?
Yeah.
It's super fun.
But,
so do they have like Star Wars, Star Trek rooms or no?
No, they are not that nerdy.
Brad's always wanted to be a Wookiee. No, I'm sorry, Ewok.
He did it all for the Wookiee. The what? The Wookiee.
He's always want to be Ewok taken by a Wookiee.
Fuck you two again, Mike. Continue, guys. Fucking assholes.
So that was your first experience. So you went there, and then obviously it was a good experience.
Yes.
Question: how do you stay safe as far as like STDs and things of that nature in those type of environments? Is there like a health screening that you have to present when you show up, or you just not
that
really?
Could be smart. I like that. No, there was no health screening.
Okay.
I mean, the smartest thing to do is be tested regularly, and I mean, most people choose to use condoms. You have to, be a little bit worried as a female about getting pregnant. You know, with somebody else. If you're not going to use a condom.
Let me ask you this question: when you're in there and stuff, if you're not using condoms and you're kind of worried about getting an STD or something like that, and the pregnancy whole deal, how does it go when a guy just dumps a load inside of you? Are you like, I don't know about
Oh
that.
yeah, that's discussed ahead of time.
We talk about that ahead of time.
Oh, you do have a conversation.
Yes.
So yeah,
I feel like there's a lot of conversation that goes
so we're
on
not
before
just
this.
fucking like cavemen with the like,
Grant walks around with a club. Boom, get in this room.
there's a lot of talking, and it's almost like find yourself sitting at a dinner table like with a, how do you call it, a double date?
Yeah.
We've all been on a double date. They're fun.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, now your partners, they start to exchange conversations, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. And then that progresses to touching. And then we talk about boundaries. And then we take it from there. We just keep pushing the envelope.
You keep gradually moving forward. I can see that.
So like things don't really happen quickly because it doesn't feel nice for all parties. Back to even Stevens, right? So
yeah.
People need to announce when they're feeling uncomfortable so things can slow down.
Okay.
So we did end up meeting another couple where both of them are fixed, as Grant would say.
Yeah, fixed. Yeah. Spade and neuter.
Nice.
Favorite kind.
So
they could fuck like cavemen.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have gotten to know them well, and they get tested regularly. And unfortunately, they broke up. But before they broke up, it was awesome because Grant could come inside of her, and he could come inside of me if we wanted to. Because no pregnancy.
Yeah, everybody's fixed. Yeah.
No STDs ahead of time.
Everybody's coming inside of everyone.
Yeah.
So it's something like. We've only been doing this we're coming up on a year now doing this. So people have been swinging for much longer than us. And we are obviously amateurs, but we've been trained by some people who, we're not learning ourselves. We learn quickly with others who've had more experience.
Yeah.
So another question I have is how do you not feel like intimidated? This is more, this is to both of you, depending, because obviously, like you said, there's people that are more attractive, better looking. Like Grant, you said at the beginning of this that you approached a guy that was taller than you, more athletically fit than you. How do you overcome that? Like, not overcome it, but like, how do you deal with that confidence level, I guess?
So I'm generally a very, very confident, bravado, pride kind of a person.
Right.
Like, pride will sort of jade people with my first impression sometimes because it gets a little out of hand from time to time.
Mm-hmm.
So with that in mind, being a swinger guy's not really hard for me. Also, I grew up in a house where I was the baby of the family of like 7.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Had, drug using, boobs out, drunk girlfriends jumping off the roof into the pool. And like I was used to that when I was 6.
Right.
So I'm not, I'm pretty comfortable to the whole wild idea of it all. Mm-hmm. And like the private home kind of parties that we've gotten into that we sign up for. And what is that called? We mentioned it earlier, the treehouse,
mm-hmm.
which you can look into that if you'd like.
I'm going to pull him back because you're
my rambling.
Tangent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn. No, a lot of
Beth is hired as a producer. Jesus.
Rein him in.
She's like, come on.
Yeah.
I think what helps with some of his confidence is I try to also reassure him too. Like many times afterwards, I'm like, I had fun, but you're still my favorite.
Yeah.
And that's true. And to be honest with you, I'm very lucky. He is well endowed. He has quite the nice cock.
Huge cock.
Wait,
they call him S'mores at all Johnson.
Eric, how the fuck do you know that he's got a nice cock? You see how fast Eric jumped in on that? He has a great cock. It's very nice.
What happened was they were approaching each other in the hallway, and he's like, he saw a cock first. He's
I was like, yo, bleach my asshole and put that cock in it. What?
Now we know why Eric bleached his asshole. He's like, Grant, you better watch yourself around the house because he might want to try to get in on some of that action. He's like, hey, listen, I know Beth's going out of town tomorrow, but you and I can hang out.
He's more of like a picnic and kisses kind of guy.
He likes long, passionate walks on the beach,
poetry and surfing in the rain.
Jesus.
So
Okay.
let me ask you guys this.
So
Go ahead, Mike.
Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Eric.
I was just gonna say, if you had top 3 rules when it comes to swinging, what would it be?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Is this question directed at who?
Both of you.
Okay, together.
Top 3 rules.
Or individual is
first,
fine.
If we're in the environment, please don't disappear on me.
Okay.
I don't want to find you getting spit roasted. You know.
Roasted.
That's like a worst fear. That'd be like one of the worst fears of mine. Like
beat up.
left stand alone at the bar, just getting drinks and towels.
So if I disappeared and was with another guy, right? Is that what you mean?
If you disappear and have any other excuse other than I was in the restroom, I'm gonna flip my lid.
Yeah.
Right.
He's made that clear to me many times. Like,
So there is still a level of like jealousy that can
No,
come
it's
into
just
play.
rules.
no, there's still a little.
But I'm saying is like it's rules, but it's I guess jealousy is not the right thing. So, yeah, I guess rules is right.
Because
Okay.
swinging, like I said, even Stevens, if you're gonna swing on me, I want to know where you are and who you're doing it with, and I want to watch so I can enjoy too. If you're just gonna slip off and cheat, then what the fuck?
Yeah. What's the point?
Yeah. So you guys don't ever separate with other couples one-on-one. It's always in a group setting, room setting type
We have-
situation.
We have
Yes.
before. That was a genuine wife swap. We were invited to our trying to keep people's names out of it house, and
Yeah, that's fine.
and
Yeah.
I
okay.
invited right in the hallway during bedtime. Let's just sleep with each other's spouses, wives, girlfriends, significant others, lover, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And we swapped right then. And I learned that his wife snores like a pachyderm.
What happened was us females had gone to our own separate rooms
Like a package of
ahead of time. And so we were both passed out in separate beds. And I wake up to a different guy, you know, and I'm like, whoa, hey.
Oh, it was a surprise. Did we surprise you,
Yes.
girls?
Yes.
We surprised the girls. We met in the hallway, I think.
And then
Oh,
In
the
our
lights
underwear,
were out, so you switched up.
restroom or whatever.
you guys tagged out.
It's like we
This will be
we
fun.
just swapped bedrooms in the night.
It was fun.
It was
But
fun.
yeah,
So now-
that's a big rule to not just go off. And I feel the same way. Like I wouldn't want to just, you know, be at a party and all of a sudden I can't find him and he's in another room fucking some girl, you know.
So question that tailors into that theme. Obviously, yeah, so you don't want to split up, but has there ever been a situation where one of you has decided, okay, this other person doesn't work for me, and then does it just kill the whole night for the entire event, or is it? Do you like take one for the team?
It's already gone too far. There is
Okay.
no one for the team, really. I mean, Elizabeth, she's been with men who she wasn't, how do we say?
As attracted to.
As attracted to.
Yeah.
But I've been with women that I wasn't as attracted to as I'd like to be. But like then again, it was still fair.
Yeah, so it's a trade off. So you're basically doing it because the other person's like you have a conversation like I'm really into him, and then you're like, not so much into her, but I'll do that because it sounds fun. They seem to have a good personality.
And it is fun and it is nice, and you do experience new different things.
So let me
like
ask you something, Grant.
techniques and whatnot.
So you said that you weren't into that girl. So how, no pun intended, how hard was it for you to get up for the situation then?
I'm a sicko, man. This.
So you're like me. It's like, fuck it. I can get hard. I don't give a shit.
I slam it indoors and I slam it in the refrigerator and.
Oh my
Fucking
god! I don't care
That's
how
probably,
big your
that's
dick
probably by
is.
accident, though. That's probably by accident. Like, oh shit, I didn't know you were there.
No wonder Eric was like asking about your huge cock.
Jesus.
They call him Horsecock Johnson for a reason, guys.
So another odd question, and before we get back to the other two rules that you have, in these settings, are most men really well endowed?
You'd be surprised.
And most women really pretty, or is it like
No,
a
that's
wide
totally in your
spectrum of
imagination.
body
Like,
types?
You
Well,
can-
no. That's not my imagination. That's just how like media has portrayed it, and how
Yeah,
like,
that's not.
you know.
real.
And I know you can't go by that, obviously. And I've never been in that situation. I'm thinking to be like, it's kind of like if you go to Europe and you go to a nudist beach, and you're expecting everyone to be hot bodies like California, and it's not. It's like a bunch of old people and like
Fat
everybody.
bodies.
it's everybody, like all walks of life are out there, and they're all just butt naked, and nobody cares. It's kind of like that. It's
that's
not
exactly right.
So I was just wondering if these clubs, but because it's a club situation and sex, is it geared more towards people that are attractive?
The sex part is a little intimidating, I think, for everyone who's not regulars. But I have been to a nude beach a couple times. I've boated over there and gotten more comfortable. And the thing is that all walks of life swing. People who are rich swing. People who scrape up their money to afford to swing, and they old people.
We found a place here in Lakeland that you actually have to sign up with them and pay like a fee, but you go and see what it's all about. It's called the Treehouse. So
it's like a mansion.
Yeah. So we've gone to the Treehouse, and unfortunately there's only been a lot of older people or unattractive people that we're just not
attracted to. Yeah.
Like middle-aged Polk County people.
So I guess so an interesting social experiment would be to see if obviously people start grouping together. Would it be like that? I guess it'd be couples, like if you're both fives. I'm not saying you're both fives, but just say you're both fives, you're gonna be hanging out with their 5, 6, 4s, 5s, and 6s.
You'd be surprised. People want to try different things out sometimes.
Oh, okay.
I was about to say, a lot of people are probably just horny, like the next person, and they're like, you know what, man, fuck it, I want to try this one out, no matter what.
Sometimes,
but
usually people will swing to please the woman, the spouse. That's usually a pretty genuine reason to swing, but that doesn't mean that you should be humble or suppress your feelings to try and bolster her up in any way. You're both there together.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I feel like, is it just about the sex, or is there more to it?
It's the conversation, the friends you meet.
It's everything, right? Yeah, it's the whole situation. It's not just the actual act.
Where you're guaranteed to meet your best friend for the next few years.
Well, that's
pretty wild.
It's been for us. We've met some amazing people.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah. You know what we're talking about.
I've seen her.
Why does Eric sound like he's like such a fucking creeper?
He sits in the back of the room. He's the guy that sits in the back of the room and watches. And sits there, oh my god!
All of a sudden, I'll tell you what popped in my head. Okay, Pulp Fiction, The Gimp in the Box.
Nothing like that.
Like literally, that just popped in my head. Like I just imagine you walk in, you open the box. Oh, here's Eric. Like
right. No, here it is. But Eric walks into the room, and Beth's like, and Grant are like, "Hey, go put this on." He comes back in. Where'd I get this going?
This is my nightmare.
I'm just here for the milk, guys. I'm just here to get some milk out of the fridge.
Don't
mind me.
Grant walks in, King Dingling, and he's like, I got the milk for you, Eric. Come here.
Slaps me right across my forehead. I'm like, get your balls off my chin, asshole.
Sweet Jesus.
I'm telling you, no, they showed me a picture of one of the chicks. I'm not going to say her name or anything. She is goddamn a 10, like 10 plus. Good for you both.
Eric
when
was
she
asking, is she
walked
single?
into Eyes Wide Shut, I turned to Grant and I was pretty much like, oh my gosh.
That's the
I
one.
want her. I want that one.
Get it for me.
Now, was she with somebody when she walked in?
Yes.
Okay.
That was one where we had to, I wasn't as attracted to him, but I was like, whoa, she's amazing.
Really attracted to her.
Yeah. And we were really looking for what you call a unicorn, if everyone knows what that is.
I have no idea what that is.
Describe it.
So a unicorn.
Oh, like a perfect 10, like the diamond in the rough type
Doesn't
thing.
exist.
Nope.
Yeah. Okay.
A unicorn in the swinging world is someone to join in as a threesome.
Oh, okay.
A female though.
A female.
I think a male is a dragon.
We would call males dragons.
Okay.
Dragon.
So you're looking for a unicorn to join as a threesome.
Yes.
Okay.
At that time, we were desperately looking for a unicorn. Like Grant had already found a guy for me, and we had the sexcapade experience with that guy from Duke's.
He was a dragon. And he didn't even know it because he had done it once before.
Oh, gotcha.
Guess what?
So, were you, Beth? Were you attracted to girls prior to swinging, or is that something that was like discovered about yourself through this process?
I was already attracted to girls a little bit before, but I had only ever kissed girls,
Gotcha.
mostly when I was drinking. You know,
yeah, less inhibitions down. So
yeah.
Now, do you need to drink to bring your inhibitions down, or is it just real comfortable now, like that you've been doing it? Like, do you guys to get cocktails and stuff like that? Is alcohol involved? And
I still enjoy having a cocktail to loosen up a little.
Okay.
Yes. I have a hard time with initiating. That's something I'm working on. I don't know what it is about me. I don't know if it's just a confidence thing but initiating is tough.
Yeah. It could be the fear of rejection. Because I know Grant's very confident, so he probably doesn't really care if he gets rejected or not. Like, he's like, oh, well, I'll take another shot. But I could see where you're more reserved. And you could be like, yeah, no pun intended, guys. Like, I was trying to be funny there. I'm just saying.
A lot of it comes from walking around with her.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because you have a perfect compliment. That's kind of awesome.
Yeah. Like, going out by myself, my confidence is not normally as up as it is.
As it has now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is it up right now?
Yeah, please don't. I don't know if he can fit it all in frame.
I know.
Wide angle lens. Wide angle lens. Probably what intimidated the other guy so much. He's like, I'm taller, leaner, better looking. And then he walked in and it's like, boom.
It sounds like a fucking ribeye hitting the counter.
Yeah. I got your tenderloin right here.
So you've already gone over one rule. Let's go over the second one.
Okay, so now will be your second rule. So no spit roasting or wandering off and getting lost.
Well, yeah, no wandering off and getting lost.
Okay, number one.
Yeah, he's not allowed to ejaculate or come inside of another female unless they, have said it was all right and are fixed. What is the female? What is it? It's not vasectomy.
No, spade. It's a fucking dog.
Dog.
Yeah, you're just neutered if your dog gets its balls cut off.
If she's had her tubes tied, then.
Yeah, she's
right.
Yeah. If she has no ability to have babies. So you're okay with as long as those criteria are met, and that's obviously discussed prior to. Now, is it formal or is it just like a casual conversation? Is it like, okay, let's get all the rules and ground rules out of the way, and it's a very technical conversation?
No,
or is it just kind of just like haphazardly get thrown in sometimes, or is it all up to the couple?
It can be a little technical sometimes.
Like haha, like don't stick in my ass, ha ha ha. You know, no, I'm serious. Like I'm dead serious.
Well, I mean,
Mike's on fire.
Like, you have to be open to trying new things.
Yeah.
And
no, I know you gotta be open to it. I just didn't know if like I'm assuming that because everybody's like kind of knows what they're there for, that it'd just be a real quick conversation. Like, hey, this is this, and this. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't.
Sometimes there's stipulations.
Yeah.
I found it has been pretty casual. It's been more haphazardly thrown into the conversation than technical talk. I would say it's been pretty comfortable.
Also, we don't get around any more. We don't have any more partners than, say, if we were single.
Right.
No, 100%. Yeah, it's not. You probably find another couple that you have fun with, and then you hang out for a while. And
like I said, I mentioned we keep our circle kind of small.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have like 3 different couples that we have been with, and that's it.
I would imagine that you would have to keep your circle small in that kind of lifestyle.
Otherwise, you're taking risks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's other things you could do. You could go fucking rock climbing like an idiot.
There's 1,000 ways to die. So
I don't want to climb rocks. I'd rather swing in Florida.
Rather climb some ass, motherfucker.
So so you're basically just saying that out of respect to the female, he's not allowed to ejaculate in her unless she's given consent, and then because she's
no surprise cream pies. That's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, I'm going to backtrack on that. I don't think we actually ever give consent. I think it really literally has to be that her tubes have to be tied. I think it's only stipulation.
Yeah, that's only stipulation.
Yeah,
because even if they think they want it, they don't want it.
Well, I don't want him getting some other female pregnant. You know.
Yeah, 100%. That'd be like worst case scenario.
Yeah, it'd be tough to reclaim my territory having
Mark the new one.
Sweetheart.
Yeah. so
Oh,
another.
we have a third rule.
Being
Wanna
reamed
get
and
the-
creamed.
Yeah, we got a second. So another like technical question. So obviously different people are going to climax at different times. Women can have more climaxes, but with the guys, it's usually like a 20, 30-minute wait period in between, I guess, if you're, studly.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if someone ejaculates quickly? Does it feel uncomfortable for them? Or is it like, what do you guys do to keep them included? Or they just go make a fucking sandwich and I'll be back in 20 minutes? Like,
A couple different things can happen. Sometimes the guys, I mean, often what's happening is like at Eyes Wide Shut, if you come,
yeah,
you just drink your water and sit back and let everyone else who hasn't come just
enjoy the show.
Do what they got to do.
Yeah, I think it's been enjoy the show or join in other ways. Help
Try
out
and join in other ways. Help.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can see it like, okay, so I can see
Keep
like
leaning down.
This could be naive for me, but I can see like Beth, like you helping out the other guy. If there's another girl or the other wife helping out her husband, Grant laying back having a drink and relaxing. I don't see like Grant getting in there and be like, "You could do this, buddy. You got this." I just feel like like I'm the prize.
Section going off.
Yeah. Here, let me massage your shoulders because I don't really feel like that would be part of it, or maybe it would. I don't know. 'Cause I don't know you guys at all. So.
It actually is like if I've come and she's ready for more, which I mean, women are kind of built differently.
100%.
They want to come and then come again and then keep fucking and then
Well, we're able to. It's awesome.
Yeah.
So so if I've done all I can do, I just tap someone else in and then give her encouraging words and squeeze things and
you got this,
chew on her ears and try and stay out of the way.
Yeah, and then now, do you guys use like or like Jessica or Grant? This is more to you. Do you use like Viagra, Cialis, or any type of performance enhancing drug to prolong the process?
I have invested in those things, but I found that that they're inappropriate. They just don't help.
Okay.
There's so many side effects. So like you're like having an itchy red fucking face and like you can't fucking breathe.
Can't breathe, snot nose, all that kind of stuff.
And you're like,
it affects everyone different.
You have to achieve arousal in the most
natural way.
In the most natural of ways. Otherwise, kind of what the fuck are you doing?
Well, what was the medicine that you tried? Do you remember?
I do.
No, you got it.
How does Kevin? How does Eric know? I just called him Kevin because I got so fucking confused by Eric saying that. I'm like,
they call it generic Viagra, but I wouldn't recommend anyone ever take that shit.
Yeah.
All right, I have a question. So, Grant, when you're in these like situations, how often does the other guy's nuts touch yours? Like, you guys like doubling up on a woman and shit like that? I mean, does it like freak you the fuck out, or do you just kind of say fuck it and keep going?
The later.
You're like fuck it, keep going, huh?
Sometimes
I don't think you'd be a party pooper and just be like, whoa, what the fuck?
Well, I mean, some guys are weird about that shit. So I was
it.
just wondering, like, if they feel another dude's balls on top of his. So bad. I got this.
I know. Well, I've been the female that has been in between the balls. So,
okay.
The only unfortunate thing is I have found the other guy has gone soft on me when he first enters my ass.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, when we've done double penetration, it's been a couple times. Both times, the guy was like, "Oh, I need a second now," and I'm like, "Oh,
yeah." I feel like the level of intimidation sometimes could get to the other person or anybody. It can affect anybody.
The anxiety, the build up.
Yeah, the build up.
Doubling up, double penetration. Having a woman and two guys is such an amazing thing. I think everyone should be a part of that. And nothing really sexual happens.
Right?
Because if both guys are straight, then they're just gonna act
straight things. Yeah,
the way that it is. sometimes the cocks get kind of close and the balls and the legs are all touching and
Yeah,
See, I don't think it matters though, because I don't think it matters because you're focused on the woman in between you guys. You're not focused on each other.
Exactly.
I mean, that's what I would think. I wouldn't be like,
Speak for yourself. Speak for yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine myself. I wouldn't be like, I would not be like, let me stare into your eyes deeply, Grant, while we're doing this. I'd just be fucking awkward.
See, here's the whole thing, dude. I could never do that with Mike because I would look at him and we'd start fucking laughing at each other because we look like the biggest fucking idiots. I mean,
yeah, it's tricky not to laugh sometimes.
I think I feel like it gets to be a fun environment, though. I mean, I really do. I think it's just like fun. Like if you laugh, you laugh. It's okay. Like
laughing is fun. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to laugh during it all, but it does slow the process. And those rooms at Eyes, I think, are 30, 40 minutes.
Oh yeah, they have a time limit.
Oh, there's a time limit. Oh Jesus, there's like a egg timer.
Let me ask
you.
Let me ask you one thing before we get out of here, guys. So Eric, real quick, have you ever been in a threesome? Don't lie.
Of course.
What was his name?
Todd.
Okay, so it was you, a girl, and another dude?
No. Todd and Ted.
Oh, you were with three guys. Three guys. All right.
No, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you the one time that I was in a threesome with Devil's Three-Way was with my old boy Tommy, and I was banging this chick from some place I used to work at, and we were just high-fiving over each other, like doing the bridge kind of deal, you know. I ended up throwing on the aviators, and I did the Hulk Hogan pose at one point, and we were just laughing. It was fun.
Yeah, see, I had the similar situation, you know, just with one female and me and my buddy. I ended up like Grant was saying, I was struggling, you know, to get up, and so I went in because it was going to be the four of us, and I was way younger back then. I was like 20, and so she got mad and went into the other room. Believe it or not, because we were younger, she was younger. So my buddy's getting ridden by the other chick. So I walk up and put it right in her face, dude. And she was like going to town. And the other girl was in the bathroom pissed off. And I'm just like, hey, sorry. But that was my experience. Mikey, anything for you?
No. Virgin.
Never?
Virgin when it comes to this thing. Yep. Nope.
Oh,
you need to come over and hang out sometime then.
Jesus. Wait, Eric's inviting you in. Don't do it. He'll be in a gimp suit before you know it. I know. I'll be like...
The guy
I can get towels and drinks. Keep it very hydrated. Give a good pep talk.
The bathroom attendant with the mints.
Yes. We'll be like, yes, Beth, do you need another towel, ma'am?
Grant, can I damp your balls?
Yeah, you look a little sweaty. Let me wipe this for you.
You can go to Oz as a single guy and probably get lucky.
He's not single.
Bring your
Eric is.
I am.
Eric is. Yeah, no, I'm married. Yeah, my wife would definitely not go for that.
My wife would totally be down with that shit.
I say that. I mean, I don't really know. I mean, we've had the conversations. She's kind of freaked out a little bit, but
being kind of freaked out a little bit is how people feel before they climb a fucking mountain or jump out.
I know. Yeah.
Or until they do it.
Well, listen, guys, thanks so much for coming onto the show today. We really appreciate you guys. Definitely gave us some great insight about your lifestyle.
Did we get to the third rule?
Did we ever get to the third rule?
I don't think we did.
The third rule is Grant's rule. Is he really does not like guys to be too rough on me, like smacking, bruising me, or you know. Choking.
No, when you say smacking, do you mean just like a light smack is okay, or is it like the violent ones?
If it's misplaced or too loud or gonna leave a bruise, it all upsets me. It just makes me see red.
No, I got you.
Have you been in a situation where that's happened?
Yeah.
Like, during, and how did you handle it in the situation? Like, did you just stop the process?
Yes, because we had preliminary talks in the beginning about rules, and one of them was pineapple is the rule where
safe word.
The safe word where everything stops for real. Right.
So we will say pineapple, and then everyone knows to stop and freeze. Like, okay, something's going on. Like we need to discuss.
Yeah,
you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
I need to start using that word in studio with Eric a lot. Pineapple. Stop.
I am placed behind you now.
Eric. Keep your hands where I can see them.
hands where you can see them.
Shit happens, man.
So at that point, did you just like was that at a club or was that at like a private residence or like when that's happened, like if that situation happened?
It happened like anywhere and everywhere we met. He was always too rough, and I was like,
okay. So,
it was one particular person.
and then so he was like, "Excuse," and then he kind of went right back to doing it again. And you're like, "Dude, what the fuck? We just had this conversation.
he liked his
Chill the fuck out." Oh, excuse.
big fucking hands. He would,
yeah. Jesus, yeah, I can imagine that.
Can you?
Kind of smart. Have you ever had like another guy slap your ass, Grant?
Yes, my birthday, the same guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was tied to a crucifix and almost fell backwards into a pool, and he saved me, actually.
No shit.
I was naked, and I was singing Van Morrison karaoke.
And you were tied to a fucking crucifix?
Before he got his booty smacks. You know, he had to have some...
I needed 30 booty smacks for my dirty 30th.
Oh, okay. Oh, gotcha.
By a
transvestite.
Actually.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. So they hurt.
Jesus. That's a whole other story for another show.
Yeah, chicks with dicks that put mine to shame.
Wait, we're going to have to bring them back on for another episode because I think there's more stories here to be told. There's
a lot of stories.
We'll have to just call
exciting.
it storytelling with Beth and Grant.
Yeah, you guys have been fantastic.
Yeah, you just went and started talking about smacking asses and then
I was just like, just
what?
during the encounter. Now all of a sudden you got like transvestites strapping you to crucifixes, slapping your ass, and getting saved from drowning. I mean, that's an epic story in itself.
No shit.
I'm gonna start doing show prep as soon as I get home. Beth and Grant Part 2.
Yeah, we're gonna call it part 2.
I can ask thousands of questions on this topic.
Yeah, so this is part 1. We're definitely gonna have a part 2 with you guys back on for sure.
All right, awesome. We would love to come back on.
Yeah, thanks for coming onto the show. We really appreciate it. Right now, I'm just going to give everybody a shout out. If you want to give us a follow, we're on the Tiki Talk and on the Tweet Machine @_ the Daily BM. We're also on Facebook and Instagram @the Daily BM. You can visit us online at www.thedailybm.com or info@. Send us an email. You know, also hit that subscribe button down at the bottom if you're on the YouTube channel, or if you're on the Apple podcast, do that as well. There helps us out. Guys, you got anything before we get out of here, Mike?
I'm good. Thank you for coming on, Beth and Grant.
Appreciate it. I'm fully unloaded now, so I'm good.
All right, Grant, Beth, thank you. Until we see you again, keep hard, stay busy. Guys, we're out of here. We'll see you on the flip side.